Vlogmas time, Starbucks. Okay. Ew. That's better. Have my Jonas Brothers shirt on. Getting Starbucks.
Show everybody how tired I look. Post Jonas Brothers tiredness.
Oh, I'm
Had a
like
blast.
shiny. No, I said I'm shiny.
Oh.
Thanks for waiting. Can I get you?
Latte?
Yeah.
Okay.
Latte with soy milk?
And do you want the whipped cream in there?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, what else?
I'd like a cafe latte with 2 pumps vanilla.
What size?
Hey, so it's like 10 o'clock at night, and I haven't really done anything all day. It was kind of just like a chill day. First, I had to do work, so I went to work today and did that for a couple hours. That was great. And then we also went to Walmart, and then I came home and we watched 2 different Star Wars documentaries, and it was a lot of fun. So I'll show you guys a couple of the things I got from Walmart because they're kind of interesting. So the first one is that they had more of the Frozen 2 snow globes. So I got one, and this is the one it came with. It's Elsa's horse. Not exactly my favorite character, but whatever, we'll take it. I was really hoping to get Elsa or Anna. Didn't happen, but they have more at the Walmart than they did before. So I can always go back and get another one, and hopefully I'll get a better character this time. And I also got... So my mom really wants to do matching pajamas for Christmas, at least between me and her. So we both got this little pack. I got this one. This is actually the men's one, but I figured the pants would be a bit longer since I'm so tall. So I got this one. It says, "Don't wake the bear." It's really cute. So I got this one. She got the women's one. She's a bit shorter than I am, so hopefully it'll fit me perfectly fine. And yeah, I think it's a cute idea. I love matching pajamas, and I love wearing cute pajamas for Christmas. Also, I forgot to do my advent calendar yesterday, so we should have day 14 and day 15 to open up. So let's see what we have. Okay, so we have 14 right here. And we have Elsa and her horse. I feel like we've gotten this one. Yeah, we have. Whoa! We got that one down here. So, same exact pose. We'll take this candy out. I'm not going to eat it immediately right now. I guess we can just leave it in there. Whatever. And then, day 15. Okay. We have Kristoff again. So... it looks like we're starting to get more duplicates as the days go on, which is fine. Also, Rise of Skywalker comes out soon, and I'm hoping to go see it, especially before Christmas. I really want to see it before Christmas. I have been a Star Wars fan basically my entire life. Like, it really has been, like, the entirety of my life. And I honestly don't remember a time when I wasn't a Star Wars fan. I basically grew up on it. My parents were Star Wars fans, and I just kind of, you know, was born into it as well. So, the fact that the saga is going to end is just so out of this world to me. Like, I think mainly because I remember when they released that they were going to be doing more episodes, and I was so against it. I was so against it, and I was really upset, just being like, this saga's fine as it is. I don't want any more episodes. I don't want any more of the story. I am so you know, not tired of it, but just I just wanted something different. I didn't want like to continue on with this same story. And I was like, why do we need this? This is basically just fan service. You know, what's the point? And I remember my family being really excited about it. Like, my dad was super excited about it. My brothers were really excited about it. And I just really didn't understand, like, why anyone was excited about it. It just seemed like such a bad idea to me. And I, like, maybe that was just me, like, being like, people are gonna hate this, or it's just gonna, like, tear apart the fandom, like, more than anything really already does, you know, because the prequels are contentious enough anyway. And I'm like, imagine the sequels, like, what is that gonna be like? And I remember when I saw The Force Awakens, I just hated it. I was so anti The Force Awakens. Like, I liked the characters as like characters, but I hated the story. I hated where it was going. I didn't like J.J. Abrams directing and like really anything about The Force Awakens. It was very, not even middle of the road, it was like below that. It really wasn't until The Last Jedi came out that I was like, okay, maybe this was a good idea, you know, because I immediately fell in love with The Last Jedi, immediately. And having The Rise of Skywalker come out so soon, and having it like, once it's out, it's over, you know, it's just kind of crazy, because I felt like I saw the first Star Wars movie I ever saw in theaters was Revenge of the Sith, and I want to say 10 years old when I saw that movie, and that was supposed to be the end. That was the end. I remember crying when I saw it, for many different reasons. Mainly, I loved Anakin as a kid. Anakin was my favorite character. I loved Padme. I had their posters on my wall, and I just remember seeing that movie, and it really broke my heart. It's still one of my favorite movies from any Star Wars movie. It's definitely up there in like my top 3. And I remember, okay, it's the end. It's over. Like, this is it. And to have to go through that again is just a lot. And it's like hitting me that I'm gonna have to go through that again of like, okay, that's it. This is the end of the saga. I remember coming home from seeing Revenge of the Sith and being so heartbroken. Sorry, I'm gonna cry over Star Wars. I cry over everything. This is just like the reality. And I think like doing Vlogmas, you just like see a lot of the reality of like, when I say on Twitter that I cry all the time, I really mean I cry over everything. But I came home from seeing Revenge of the Sith and I cried. I ripped down my posters. I was so upset. Not because it didn't go the way I wanted, but it happened, and it was like so emotional. And these were characters that I grew up with. Like, I grew up with the prequel trilogy, you know, and that's why it holds such a special place in my heart compared to like people who didn't grow up with it. And, you know, I looked up to Padme, like, she was my hero, you know, and I loved her, and she was so smart and intelligent. And then we had Anakin, and I, like, fell in love with him. And it's just so crazy to, like, go through all of this again, you know, because I've completely fallen in love with Rey. That was one of the things I took away from seeing The Force Awakens, was that, like, I could see a lot of myself in Rey, and I was like, wow, like, this is really a Star Wars character that I feel connected to. This is really, you know, like, you know, I even felt that way after Rogue One. I was just like, these, like, strong female characters, and, like, just, I loved it. And I'm like, I could really see myself in a Star Wars movie, like, not fully, but just, like, I could, like, you know, it's getting so close. And especially with, like, you know, Kelly Marie Tran, seeing her as a person of color in a Star Wars movie, especially a woman of color, it's just, like, we get closer and closer to, like, being able to, like, fully see myself in a Star Wars movie. And having this saga, and having especially this sequel trilogy, has been such, like, a mixed bag for me when it comes to my emotions, being, like, being really joyful about it, and also being really sad for it, and also being a little disappointed, and also being you know, feeling really protective of this series as well. Even more so than the prequels. Like the prequels, I'm just like, I've let it go. You know, people are gonna hate it and that's fine. And that doesn't really affect me anymore. But when people like openly hate, especially The Last Jedi, I get very protective of it, and I wish I didn't. Because, you know, like that movie means so much to me, you know, seeing Rose and seeing Finn and Poe and, you know, Holdo and all these just intricate and beautiful characters, and seeing them in such an intricate and beautiful storyline has really given me a lot of hope for the sequel trilogy and for the saga as a whole. And it's just so cool. And to feel like it's gonna end soon is just crazy, you know, because like as a Star Wars fan, like we didn't have anything for so long. Like until The Force Awakens came out, it was just like such a dead zone of nothing. You know, we weren't really getting anything, at least nothing that I was super interested in. And you know, now it's gonna be over. And I've been talking about Star Wars for almost 10 minutes. But I could honestly talk about Star Wars for days on end. Just, you know, when I was growing up, I remember when I moved in the 3rd grade, I was kind of known as the Star Wars fan. Like literally one of the first friends that I made at school was because we were both Star Wars fans, and he was like, no one else loves Star Wars at this school. I've never met anyone else, not even like, let alone a girl who likes Star Wars. We have to be friends. And you know, that's always kind of been my identity of being a Star Wars fan. Like that has been who I am, who people know me as a Star Wars fan. And for so long, all we had were episodes 1 through 6, and that was about it, and it was over. And then finally, we got The Force Awakens. Like that was just so crazy to have like Disney come in and be like, okay, we're gonna revive this saga, you know, and just be like, what's going on? So yeah, I don't know if any of that made sense. If it did, like, let me know. But I love talking about Star Wars. I don't know if anyone else who watches my videos likes Star Wars as much as I do. I hope so. I definitely have a couple of friends on Twitter who love Star Wars as much as I do, and it's so much fun to talk to them about Star Wars and about our love for the saga and, you know, the whole universe and world of Star Wars. And it's so cool that I got to go to Galaxy's Edge this year and really experience it and see the Millennium Falcon in person. That was such a crazy moment in my life. But tomorrow I will be going to Starbucks and actually like working there. Not working at Starbucks, but like taking my work to Starbucks. I feel like I always have to explain that. And I'm also going to bring the Guinevere Deception because I really want to finish that soon. It's such a good book. And I'm also going to go check out my friend's salon, which is so cool. She has a little space where she has like one seat, and it's super cool. She's really done a good job at decorating it and getting it off the ground. And it's just like, I'm so incredibly proud of my friend Emma. She just like is so cool. And I don't know if she watches my vlogs, but she's done a really good job with her salon, and that's really cool. And I can't wait to see it. I'm so excited. Like, we've been talking about it for months, and now it's finally like, it's a thing. Like, we can go and see it. And my mom's gonna get her hair cut. So, and hopefully I can make an appointment soon because I really need to get my hair cut as well. It's like, it's gotten so long. Look at it. Not that I want to get it short. It's just like, I really need to get some of like this end cut off. Like, probably about that much at least. But yeah, it's, as you can probably tell, it's pretty gross. But yeah, that's everything I have to say for today's Vlogmas. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you all didn't mind that I just talked about Star Wars, you know. I love Star Wars, and if you like Star Wars as well, let me know. Comment your favorite Star Wars movie, because I would love to know. Even if it's one I don't like, I love talking about any of the movies. And let me know if you like Rogue One. I love Rogue One. It's literally my favorite. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed Vlogmas today. I'll see you tomorrow.